Hi, it's David C. Jones, Before the Curtain Goes Up. And in 1897, Henry Ibsen wrote the show called A Doll's House, which featured the door slam heard around the world. And now we have A Doll's House Part 2. I'm going to talk to the set designer about how they designed this show and what this show is about.
A Doll's House Part 2 is about Nora, who's left her husband 15 years ago, and she needs something from him after not speaking to her or her children. And so she comes back to the house unannounced, and essentially we hear how her leaving has affected her husband, has affected her children, and they have that argument out for the audience to dissect.
The show is done in the round. Why is it being done in the round?
Yeah, it's when we talked about the show, me and Seamus definitely felt like it wasn't a play necessarily, more like an open debate. And so we kind of wanted like a forum set up. And so when you look at like public forums, you see people surrounding you and there's like nowhere to escape, nowhere to hide. And then that also kind of made us think of like wrestling arenas and these people like battling out their arguments and trying to win and one up each other. So it was just making it claustrophobic, making it impossible to hide anything, and also not trying to convince the audience that we're in a theater. We're just here to have an argument. And that's why we did it in the round. The columns are, it's half and half budgetary and aesthetics. We like how the scale of them, we couldn't physically buy them anywhere. They're very small because of our needed sightlines from all different angles. They're only 4 inches wide, which is incredibly small for a pillar. So they're custom made for that reason. But also, it was, our reference images were these LED cubes that an artist that I'm a big fan of does installations of all the time. And we just tried to contextualize that within the world of the play. And so we used architecture that would have been normalized in the time period we're at. So we were trying to blend the contemporary and the traditional, I guess. So we couldn't have physically bought these, but also we did it specifically because this is the aesthetic we wanted.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, what's your training as a set designer?
I'm actually trained as a professional set designer. I have a Bachelor of Arts from Cleveland State University in theater, and then I have my Master of Fine Arts in set design from the University of British Columbia.
Wow. And have you ever designed a show in the round before?
Have I ever designed a show in the round before? I've been an assistant designer for shows in the round before. And then I've designed a few shows that are outdoor, so it's always in the round because the audience can go wherever they want because they're outdoor. I think this is the first one that I've been in charge of for the audience being completely in the round. I usually stay away from it because it's really hard to do.
You have to pick which angle.
You're very limited with set when it's in the round because the audience has to see what's going on. So the set design elements have to be very scaled, which means your job as a designer, you have to say what you need to say within like 2 words. This show is a drama. It deals with very significant themes about family, about independence, about feminism, about humanism in general, but it is a comedy as well. It has very modern language. People are dropping F-bombs left and right. People have awkward pauses. It's a really awkward thing to abandon your family for 15 years and then come back, and they acknowledge that that's awkward and you sit in the awkwardness with them. So it's definitely got some levity, but overall it's a drama. Why people should see it, Doll's House Part 2. I am personally just a fan of the cast. The cast is spectacular. And I think the set design is pretty interesting too. So I think that's why you should see it.
So it's a very unique and fun set design for a very unique and fun show. A Doll's House Part 2, coming soon to PAL Theater. Slam.